This is 144th apiary, May 21. Bringing in lots of white pollen. This colony is a swarm that was requeened with an Italian queen. They were the ones that were 39 degrees, hanging on a fence, dark outside. So I grabbed them somehow. Either the queen got left, or she got killed, or she just died, because the whole outside of the cluster was dead from the rain. Put them in here. Didn't know if she was there or not, so I just threw in a new queen and decided to let them duke it out. And so I'm pretty sure that this is an Italian, because I don't think that she was actually in there. Anyway, gonna break into this and see what I find. So I'm gonna try this just because I can't seem to write anything down, and by the time I get back in the truck, if there's more than one hive, I've forgotten. So this colony has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 frames. We'll get into it and see what happens. Okay, so frame 11. The back half they're just kind of working on. The inside is covered in bees and filled with nectar. Frame 10, eggs on the inside and lots of larvae on the outside. So there's that. Okay, so frames 8 and 7 have capped brood on the top and drone on the bottom. Lots of both sides filled. This is 7. Oh wait, 9 and 8 are the drones. And then you can tell the bees are just not even caring I'm here. I love this hive. And we have the queen. This frame has either brood or eggs all the way to the bottom, both sides. So I'm going to assume that the other ones are too. So I will be needing to add more frames so that they can start doing honey. She's pretty golden. Working away. Okay. So weed whacked around the hive. This is the back half. This is the pretty side. And that's what's facing the house of the homeowner. So that when she looks out her window, this is what she sees. So this is my gram apiary. This hive, eventually, I'm making a stand. Just haven't got it done yet, but I'll need it pretty soon if I catch a swarm. And so then this is this hive, active, bringing in pollen. I'll get my suit on, and this is a package that I purchased. I've wanted Saskatraz bees for a couple years. I bought them a couple years ago, and they were mailed and then got lost in a container somewhere and died. I've always contended that if it was a box of puppies, that wouldn't have happened. But so these are Saskatraz, and we'll see what these guys do. I'm gonna go ahead and get into that hive and do my inspection. So this hive is in the shade. The homeowner asked me to move it they're finally landscaping the front half of their property, and so it's going to be a park-like setting. It will be wonderful, but I wonder if this is too much shade. This hive only has 5 frames. Also, it's 4 inches deeper, so I need to either put in a false bottom or add some forced floor material. That's what I was originally going to do. So I'll get into it. Okay, so these guys are a little more curious about me. This frame is built out. Nothing on the outside. I'll turn it around and see what we got going here on the inside. Putting in nectar. It looks like in pollen. Let's see.
She's not all that much bigger than the other one.
A little bit, but no. Okay. And there's the queen. She's on the outside of the first frame, which is really unusual. Okay, so this hive is one of the ones that I've transferred. So what you do is you put the frames in like this, and hopefully the bees will crawl through the hole. All these frames have brood, and I get to here, and there's queen cells. So not sure where the queen is. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4 capped. And so I'm going to end my inspection here. Okay, so found those capped queen cells and decided to just close it up. I didn't see the queen in there. I could have sworn that that's where she was last time, but I get them confused and I didn't write it down. So always write stuff down. You need to do that. I'll come back in a couple weeks and see who's got what. And they ended up not being too aggressive, so I got the weeds weed whacked, and I'm not going to go to my Kapowsin apiary because there's no bees there. I'm waiting for a swarm. And then I have one more apiary at this apartment complex, and they are really into community, urban community and sustainability, and trying to get people back to that sense of community. And so at their apartment complexes they have community gardens, and then they also want bees. So I'm the one that's managing their hives for them. And then with that comes an opportunity to do some community talks 4 times a year. And those aren't my bees. Those bees belong to them. The hives belong to them. The honey belongs to them. I'm just managing them for them. So I'm going to go there and I have one hive there that's already set up. And then there's a second hive that I'm waiting on bees for also. So I'll kind of snap a picture of the apiary with it weed whacked on my way by, and be on my way. So that's looking somewhat better. I think I'm going to come back with a lawnmower. They don't cut it because bees are the bees. And but I think with my suit, I could do a better job with the lawnmower. So we'll do that while I sort that out. So I'll be back in a couple weeks at this one to see if the queens are hatched and mated, or if I have laying workers or whatever. I have a feeling that the two Langstroth hives are going to swarm, because I haven't been in there at all. Or maybe the one on the left already has. I don't see a lot of bees. So anyway, I actually think the one on the right swarmed early, because there were so many more bees a month and a half ago. Anyway, onward and upward, and I'll see you at the next apiary. So the apartment apiary is going to have to wait. Just got a swarm call, so I'm off to Tacoma. I'll grab that, and then I'll put it at the apiary at the apartment complex, and then they'll be all set with 2 hives. See you when I get to the swarm. Okay, so I'm here at the house. Kind of a really cool yard. Little orchard right here. And I've already set up the sheet in the box. And so here's the swarm. And hopefully I'll be able to coax the queen in. Okay, so sorry I didn't come prepared to set up a tripod and stuff to actually video this, but I just gently kind of grabbed handfuls of bees and put them in the box, and now they seem to be fanning and letting everybody know that that queen is in the box. So up they climb. And I think I'll move the little ramp, because they didn't land that way. Still some on the branch, but now we'll just let them do their thing. But I think she's definitely in there. Look at the fanning. I love the march. So now we just hang out till they're on the box. So the majority of the bees are in the box, and so I put the lid on, and I'll secure that. And the rest of the bees now are starting to congregate at the entrance, fanning, letting everybody know, hey, this is where you gotta go. So I think I'm gonna go sit in the car for a little bit and let them find the foragers, find their way home, and the branch is clear where they all were, and it's all good. I'll see you at the apartment apiary, where I will install these bees. We'll see if I do it tonight, or maybe go back tomorrow. Orientation flight happening. I love bees. They're so fascinating. But it's 5 o'clock. And so I think I'm going to come back at dark to load them all up and or closer to dark, so I get at least a majority of the foragers out there, or scouts mostly. So yeah, that's what I think my plan is. So I ended up getting a phone call from a new beak, and their hive had swarmed, and so they've been trying all day to convince those bees to go into a box without any success. So I ran over there, and we worked for a couple hours, and by using a frame of old comb, convinced the bees to climb on it, put it in the box, and we finally got most of them in. Sorry about that. Got most of them in. The last shot at it, the queen climbed onto that frame. We put her in the box, and the rest just kind of moved on in. So I went and picked up my swarm, came, put them in the hive, and I wasn't going to, but ended up like, might as well. So here they are, kind of fanning and doing some orientation flights, and all is well. I probably should have videoed helping the new beak, but I did not. And then here's the bees, and I'm sure they'll move over. I need to inspect this hive. It's a long laying. Tomorrow, when I was in it the last time, in this top here, they were building comb, so I need to take that piece of cloth and put it on top of those Langstroth frames so that they can't get up there and do that. I'm not going to open them up. It's dusk and getting chilly. You can hear the frogs over the traffic. And so, yeah, now it's time to go home and go to bed, as it's almost 9 o'clock. Well, left at 12, and now finally on my way home, and it is 9 o'clock. Getting dark. It's dark. But it was a good and productive day, and I'm happy with the way things went. See you next time.